Hello, salutations, all. Welcome to the newest edition of, I almost forgot the name of the show, Joke Off.
Like jerk off. You get it? You get it? It's clever. Like penises.
I'm one of your hosts, as always, joined by Emily Hyatt, who is the other host.
That's a me.
Mario?
Well, I'm not Mario, but
You said it like
I was
Mario.
quoting Mario. I was quoting Mario.
All right. Usually we have a guest, and at this point I would read their Instagram bio and say this is that person, and then they would say something like, "Oh my God, I'm so happy to be on your show."
Verbatim. We're flying solo tonight, Jonders. Just you and me.
You cut me off. I was doing a whole bit. All right, yeah. It
Oh,
is
I apologize. I thought you were just riffing. Was that planned? Do you want to start over?
No, I'm good, actually. I'm good.
Okay. Cool.
So it is just us. Emily is one of the first two episodes of Joke Off. I almost called it Jerk Off. Of Joke Off.
That's the point.
Do we want to are we going to be fair with one another? Do we want to name a comedy queen?
You know what? I think I think we can be fair. I think we're both fair, kind people who respect one another. And I think maybe what we could do is we could do one joke at a time, decide who won that round. Okay. That might be easiest. Oh, that was you had the better joke that one, and then you get 1 point, and whoever has the best out of 5 is the comedy queen.
I can't wait. I will say this though. We're not gonna put this on YouTube, or at least not the video. We might just put an audio only thing on YouTube because
sure.
Who wants to look at us, right? Usually we get some sex appeal going in the group.
You don't think people want to see this giant bun updo I'm doing?
I was just gonna.
I put a bandana in my head.
She has a tank top on that says "Sluts are us." What does that even mean?
Fuck you.
I don't even know what that
means. It says Mulder, it's me. For anyone who doesn't know, I'm a really big X-Files fan. I wrote an X-Files parody musical last year, and you can find that on YouTube. Fun fact.
Which I was not invited to, so.
Did not know you then, so unfortunately could not invite you because we were complete strangers.
Chicago comedy scene for a good year and a half now. So.
Well, then why didn't you just hear about my amazing show and show up, and then we could have met?
I've been big.
I'm just saying that's how I met Jess. So she just showed up at my show and introduced herself to me, and I was like, "Oh, hello, new friend."
Wow.
Well, that's sort of what happened. I met her, and then I forgot I met her, and then I met her again.
Ouch! Why would you? Wow, that's okay.
You meet someone once over a year ago, you'll forget.
I remember everybody I've ever met. Thank you very much.
Wow.
Do you want to read a joke first? Do you want me to read a joke?
I would love to read a joke first.
Oh, then please go, Emily.
All right. A statue of Melania Trump in her hometown was set on fire. The artist who created it was distraught, saying, "I want to know why someone would do this." Oh, sorry, I misread that. I want to know why someone wouldn't do this.
Great.
You get it? I pretended to misread something.
Oh, that was written in there?
That was written.
Oh, okay, that's great.
The joke.
Okay, that's
now I'm the one explaining my joke. The bit.
Oh, that's great.
Is that
you really messed up. And
I'm pretending. I was pretending that he. Anyway.
No, that's good. If you really did.
Okay. Okay. Tell it.
Can you prove it to me that you messed up on purpose?
Yeah. You wanna see what I've written in my Word doc?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Can you see that?
I see something highlighted.
Do you see the first one highlighted? A statue of Melania Trump in her hometown was set on fire. The artist who created it is distraught, misspelled saying right there, "I want to know why they did this." Oh, sorry, I misread that. Why wouldn't someone do it?
Okay.
I changed the language in the moment to sound more natural, But as you can see, it's written right there.
Scientists are now saying couples should keep masks on during sex, which is something my partners have been recommending for years.
That
Because I'm an ugly man, Emily.
I think you win that round, Jonders. I appreciate the
self-deprecating.
self-deprecation. Yeah, I appreciate that.
You know, I'm gonna say this also. We have tons of guests lined up now because I texted like 20 people
to fill in tonight.
Yeah, and they all said, "Ooh." One person blew us off for Dungeons and Dragons. So I don't know how that makes you feel, but it makes me feel especially bad.
Will say this: those things are planned ahead of time, and if you miss a meetup, who knows what'll happen to your character when you're gone? Because then the dungeon master just has control of your character. Also, they will hate you. I was briefly part of a Dungeons and Dragons, and I skipped like 3 meetings, and then they killed off my character.
There's a new kind of Dungeons and Dragons. We need to start this, where it's like
I need more information. What are we doing?
Okay, well I'm about to tell you. It's like it's like Dungeons and Dragons, kind of, but instead of like a character, you start off with a Pokemon.
Okay.
I'm
already more interested. I'm already more interested.
And then maybe the listeners out there can join me and Emily's clan or whatever they're called. Are they called clans? I feel a clan is not a great word to use.
No, not crazy about that word. But it it's like a family. What are we talking? Like in a guild? Oh, like basically like Ash Ketchum and Brock and Misty.
Yeah.
Or they're.
I
prefer friends, but okay, a guild.
Friends, whatever. I mean, it's all good. Look at my shirt today, Pikachu. Throwback to episode 1. Okay. Do you have another joke?
I have 4 more jokes. I have so many jokes. You ready for it? Okay. Americans are reportedly oh fuck, I need a prop for this one. I'll be right back.
It's an audio only show. She took off her headphones. She cannot hear me. This is an audio only show though, so I don't know what the prop will do. How long could she be gone? Where is this room that she's in? All right. She has a bunch of DVDs now.
I'm sorry I didn't plan ahead of time.
It's an audio only show.
Well, you and I will know the prop is here.
Okay.
I think the visual is, since we are the ones deciding, the visual is important. Okay. Americans are reportedly buying more chocolate in the pandemic. And let me just say to the researcher who revealed this, snitches get stitches. What are you going to reveal next? How much White Claw I purchased? The fact that I own every season of Castle on DVD? Mind your own damn business. I'm going to do what I need to do to get through these weird times.
The #1 Nathan Fillion fan. Oh my God. She does.
Jonders, I also want you to see.
8 seasons?
It's 8 seasons.
Oh, no.
That being said, I've never watched the 8th season. Well, I watched it when it was on television. I've never touched the DVD, despite the fact that I purchased it, obviously, because I hate that season. But you can see how well worn these DVDs are. They are well loved. There, you can see the little packaging is falling apart. I had a big crush on Sonic Haddock in high school. Anyway.
Which one is that? Is that the lady?
That's the lady. That's the lady.
Did you know that she's a babe?
Oh, she's hot.
Nathan Fillion or whatever his name is, not attractive.
Fillion.
Not attractive.
Oh, he's a very handsome man. You don't think he's handsome?
I don't think so. I think he's very bland looking.
Oh.
Like he's like I feel like he's like the most average looking person, but like being the most average looking person like takes down points.
I think you're being very harsh on Nathan Fillion. I think he's far more interesting looking than a lot of like superhero guys who I think are much more generic.
Talking about superhero guys, my favorite comic book writer, Brian Michael Bendis, wrote a Castle graphic novel.
Of course he did.
You don't own
probably I don't. I believe it was the Derek Storm stuff, which I'm not that interested in. Although I do own several of the fake Derek Storm books they wrote that Richard Castle, the character Nathan Fillion plays, supposedly wrote. Anyway, they're terrible, but I own them. I read them.
So you're saying the graphic novel was written by Brian Michael Bendis, written by
Richard Castle, who writes a story about a guy named Derek Storm. That's exactly what I'm telling you. And I'm telling you, my interest could not be lower. Uh,
What a dumb idea. Oh my god.
it's well, I know they sold well because they wrote like 8 books. I mean, it costs essentially nothing to hire a ghostwriter, so just like pure fucking profit, basically.
After
Anyway, me and everyone's grandmother bought those books. And go on, please.
after Trump's recent withdrawal, Biden says he will rejoin WHO on his first day of office. Reports are all quarantine long. Biden's been working on learning to play the drums.
Oh, the Who.
He's because Biden is dumb.
That's a groaner. That's a groaner.
You know what I've noticed during the show is that I've had a joke about classic rock in every single episode. One of my 5 jokes is always about classic rock.
That's
The Rock
surprisingly consistent.
Especially because I don't listen to classic rock.
Weird. That's strange. I would have just thought. I just thought you were a fan. But
No.
that's stranger to me that you're not a fan.
It's just like when you're just like a white dude existing, it's something that you're exposed to.
You just osmosis.
Yeah, it's just something that's like
doing the
like
when you determine your sexuality.
Yeah, well, like your favorite family barbecue, The Loop, 97.9 The Loop in Chicago, baby. Or if like you're at like some job working, like, hey, what we gonna listen to? We're gonna listen to fucking AC/DC.
Oh, I see. Also, when I came out, they took all the sleeves off my shirts. That's just the thing that happens. Sleeves? Well, not to work out, or okay. I suppose some do, but a lot of
do you do the
no. Well, I do have a little bit just because I haven't shaved in a while, but I generally don't grow out my armpit hair. But I did shortly after coming out, cut my sleeves off a lot of my shirts. Like, or I don't know, just instinct. The way a squirrel knows when hibernation ends.
Let me see if I can find this. I wrote a letter to the editor in the Northwest Indiana Times because the high school I went to is still, their nickname is still the Indians.
Oh, gross.
Yeah, and I don't think I'll be able to find it. But basically, I included in the last, so like the first 4 paragraphs are very like serious, like how like it's like a slur and blah blah blah. The last paragraph is like the children's swim program at Lake Central is called the Barracudas. I suggest that we change the name to the Lake Central Barracudas, and we can replace the tribal music with the hit crossover song by Heart, Barracuda. That way, some of the boomers who are upset by the change can mellow out to some classic rock.
Did you ever get a response from that letter?
No, I haven't. And I've been checking the NWI Times letters to the editor, and they're all like super right. They're all like, reparations, where do they end? And like there are 4 posts like talking about how great cops are. They're never gonna publish this because it does not fit.
No, because they don't want to. God, fuck that. Fuck God, Jonders, you gotta get the fuck out of Indiana, man.
I know, it's bad.
We say this every time we talk. You gotta get the fuck out of there.
I don't want to be here.
You gotta get the fuck out of there.
So are we saying you won that last one? Even though I think my joke was pretty great.
I do think I liked mine more than yours.
Okay,
just because yours was a groaner. Not that yours wasn't good, but just because it was up.
All right, so it's
mine had more spirit.
Oh, we're judging it based on spirit? Okay, 1-1. Now it's your turn to tell
1-1. Ooh, it's getting competitive in here, everybody. Who's gonna get it? Emily and then Jonders came back.
We don't need a guess.
Who's gonna get it? That's my impression of a racehorse guy, I think. Okay. Oh, here's my joke.
Horse guy.
And like an announcer.
Yay?
Or goal. Now I'm just a sports person. Goal. Okay. A new study shows COVID-19 antibodies only last a few months. So I guess that means my immunity is fleeting, just like my joy.
That's good.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
That's good.
It's stupid.
Millions of dollars of government aid accidentally went to hate groups during the pandemic, although they prefer to be called the police.
Oh, Jonders.
What?
Oh, that's good. Fuck the police, man. Fuck the police. Oh,
I used to do those jokes and
Oh,
be afraid that people would hear my side,
oh,
but
oh. Well, I think just about everyone our age on the internet is on that side. But oh, Jonders, you win that round. That was good. Oh,
I don't.
fuck the police. God damn it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I have a bunch of jokes this week that I probably have like another 30 jokes. I'm just gonna do some jokes that aren't a part of this.
Okay, give them to me.
Um,
Give them to me.
USC will remove its John Wayne exhibit after the actor's racist comments were resurfaced. Those comments were found in literally everything the man has said. He is an awful guy. Burger King's latest effort to offset their carbon footprint is to reduce cow farts. Step 1, stop feeding the cows Burger King. No.
That one just I got a little confused. Probably just need to
Uh,
work on the wording a little bit.
yeah, these were the rejected ones.
Sure.
Google has banned ads for products and services that secretly track or monitor people. This is part of their new plan of cutting out the competition. All right, just keep going with your jokes.
Okay. These were the rejected ones. These were the rejected ones. They just don't have the punch of your finely tuned ones.
Here's one more rejected one.
Okay.
A woman soldier has joined the Green Berets for the first time, although she says that the green really doesn't bring out the blue of her eyes. Like that one.
That one's pretty good.
Yeah.
I also had that. I don't know how you write jokes exactly, but what I do sometimes is I just through the week find like the setup sentence, like a news bit.
Yeah.
And one of the ones I had was the first woman has joined the Green Berets making Army history, and I couldn't find a punchline that wasn't because the point of interest is the Green Beret. You were correct in making a joke about the Green Beret. I didn't want to make like a makeover joke. I didn't want to belittle this woman. You know what I mean? But that was good. What you came up with, that was good. I didn't want to be like
that was like what my thing was like was so overtly sexist. And sometimes if you're so overtly sexist, then like you get away with it for some reason. Yeah, I don't know.
No, yours was fine. I'm not offended at all by your joke.
In a Supreme Court declaration, a large part of East Oklahoma will be given back to Native Americans. The decision is being called the most exhaustive way to find out that the federal government prefers West Oklahoma.
Oh.
All right, I'm done doing my rejects.
These are the okay. Is it my turn again?
Yeah, do a real joke.
Okay, this is a real joke, everybody. Those other ones were fake. Spot the difference at home. Anyway, American politicians are pushing to ban TikTok for fear the Chinese-based company is spying on U.S. citizens. Because that's our job, said Facebook.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah.
It's pretty mainstream.
Somebody was telling me like, oh man, I think I'm gonna delete TikTok. Aren't you afraid that TikTok is monitoring your stuff? I was like, yeah, I don't know. So is everything else.
Everything's monitoring our stuff.
Yeah, like
what the fuck was I was talking to somebody about something. I got like literally, and then the next day an ad popped up on my Facebook for that thing. It was like, fuck, what was it?
Buying the iPhone is like the intro, like that's once you get the iPhone or an Android.
I mean, I have all these Apple products. I have, an Air Mac, whatever the fuck it's called. I have an iPhone 11. I know they're listening. They're all listening. And guess what? There's nothing interesting about me to find out from what they're hearing is me watching Avatar: The Last Airbender. That's all they're hearing. Well, so guess what, FBI agent spying on me? Hope yeah, that's what I'm up to.
She's just another sleeveless lesbian.
Probably, and she's probably in love with me. She's like, we have so much in common. She likes the X-Files. She likes Avatar.
I was saying like you're just another sleeveless lesbian, but what you're saying is that
the FBI agent
or your FBI monitor is also. But,
I mean, it'll never work. It'll never work between us because fuck the police. So
okay, good point. A new study shows that setting off fireworks might be bad for your health. At least that's what my neighbor said as I continue to blast off independent sticks at 3 a.m., baby. Woohoo! It's a joke about me getting pummeled for... All right, fine. You win that round. What is it, 2-2?
Okay. I think it is. Yeah, it's 2-2. So it's all coming down to this one, everybody. If you're keeping track at home, we're down to the last round. Who's going to take it?
I take that joke back. Tucker Carlson's top writer was fired after writing a racist and sexist comment online. In response, Tucker said, "Save that gold for the show, baby." Those are 2 baby punchlines.
Baby! For those of you at home, I guess you can just make anything a joke if you put baby
But baby,
at the end.
that is my comedy tip. Say baby at the end. It's funny.
Wait, let me reread my last joke with baby at the end. Okay,
Please.
okay. American politicians are pushing to ban TikTok for fear the Chinese-based company is spying on U.S. citizens. That's our job, said Facebook, baby! Is it funnier?
It's funnier, yeah.
All right, 2-2, 2-2. It's all coming down to this one. Is it my turn again?
I just have like so many rejected jokes this week. I wrote.
Do you want to give some more of your rejected jokes? I'll listen to some more rejected jokes.
Ohio sheriff said he won't be enforcing the government's mask mandate. Of course, unless they are black.
Oh, that's true, but
that's too sad.
Too sad. It's
Scrabble announced this week that they will ban racial slurs and ethnic slurs from its allowed words. A move that Scrabble itself is calling overdue, unpunctual, tardy, behindhand, and lagging.
I get it.
Yeah.
Lots of words.
All right. So do you have one last one, and then I have one last
I have, yes, indeed. You ready? Y'all ready for this? Bum, 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 bum. Space Jam is a great movie.
Basketball Jones.
Okay. Cooper Hefner, the son of Playboy founder Hugh Hefner, announced he is running for the state senate in California. His platform is focusing on fighting climate change, homelessness, and A-cups. California deserves better, nothing less than C's. Anyway.
Okay, that was good.
How you like that one?
It was good. It was good.
I did a boob joke just for you, Jonders.
I like boobs.
I know you do.
Bed Bath & Beyond has announced they will be closing over 200 stores. Or as they put it, they're sending them to the Bed, Bath, and Great Beyond.
That's cute. That's adorable. That's an adorable joke.
Which is, of course, what you want when you read a joke, is to hear your audience say, "Aw, it's a little cute joke."
It is a cute joke. It's adorable. It's like a fluff ball of a joke. Do your jokes not take shapes in your mind sometimes? I'm like, this joke's an asshole. This joke's sad. This joke's a little kitty cat. That joke is a little kitty cat.
Anxiety has been shown to make people bad decision makers. Unrelated to anything, I can't decide between 3 punchlines for this joke.
That's only funny to comedians. I once wrote a joke.
Those are all my jokes.
Only funny to comedians. You wrote so many jokes.
Yeah. I think I
as you might imagine, only write 5. This is all I got. I just have a lot of setups. Sometimes I get so sad when I find a good news article thing and I can't think of a punchline. Did you read the article on CNN about the laid-off woman who makes lasagnas for first responders and friends and family?
No.
In the pandemic, she made over 1,200 lasagnas. And I was like, I want like a lasagna pun or something. I was like, there's a joke somewhere in there. And
something about Garfield.
Couldn't find it. Something
about Garfield.
I was very upset that I couldn't find a joke. Or that the vintage Nintendo Super Mario game that sold for $114,000.
Yeah,
the purchaser has chosen to remain anonymous. And I was like, something about his wife leaving him basically was all I could come up with. And I was like, that's not funny.
My punchline for that was, unrelated to anything, can I please borrow $1,400,000? I'm the one that bought it, and I didn't have the money. Here are some other ones. I found some other ones. A Latino family lost a father due to COVID-19, and the obituary blamed carelessness of politicians. The politicians sent a response, "That's just not true. And if it were up to them, and if we did care that much," I'm not going to do that one. It's about how, like, the politicians don't want Latinos here in the first place. That was the punchline.
Sure.
Mayor of New York. Oh, do you have another one?
I do. I found one I had forgotten about. A theme park in Japan has a new rule that guests are not allowed to scream on roller coasters, saying, "Please scream inside your heart," which is what I do every day.
Yeah, I had one on that too.
I didn't do it because it wasn't strong enough, in my opinion. I wanted a harder hitting
joke. something about like how 2020 has been preparing us. Like this is the event. Like this is what 2020 has been preparing us for all along. Screaming in our hearts. Finally, the event that all of 2020 has been preparing us for. Yep. Okay, here's one that was too long-winded and maybe didn't make sense. Mayor of New York during 9/11 attacks. Mayor of New York during the 9/11 attacks. Rudy Giuliani claims that Black Lives Matter will prove to be a terrorist organization. Although currently the biggest correlation between terrorism and Black Lives Matter is talking about them is the only thing making Giuliani relevant. Yeah.
It's not that it's true, but there's not
It didn't make my top 5.
Yeah. It's just
It's there's a lot.
There's a joke in there, but just not hard hitting enough. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I think that's maybe all the 30 or so jokes that I've written. All right, so who won the last round? Because that's gonna.
What was? Oh my god, I don't even remember what the jokes were. So I had the Cooper Hefner, and yours was the Jonders. Jonders, I think you won this week.
You can't hear
and
it.
The Great Beyond. Adorable.
I'm so happy. I am so happy.
Little kitten fluff ball of a joke and the Great Beyond.
I write some cute jokes.
Cute's a good kind of joke to write.
I'm a little upset. Every time I go to write stand-up stuff, it's always about like sex and porn. And I don't want that to be my brand.
I don't recommend that.
Yeah, I know.
Have you tried writing stuff like about your family? I feel like that's where a lot of really strong stand-up comedy comes from.
I think the chicken video that I posted on TikTok and everywhere else last week, I think I'm just going to start doing stuff like that and market myself as a poet, like a very serious poet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. I dig it. I would not recommend doing stand-up about porn and sex. Not that you can't. It just has to be really fucking funny. Do you know what I mean? But if
Mountain Dew isn't paying like somebody to be like, I only fuck dudes who drink Mountain Dew. You know, like wouldn't that sell a lot of Mountain Dew?
Maybe.
Oh, okay.
But women drink Mountain Dew as well, Jonders.
Okay, well, dudes is gender.
No, so what you're talking about is basically the Axe body spray. That's their marketing thing, is that if you wear this, ladies will fuck you, basically. Which, as we all know,
is true.
Isn't true. It's not true, Jonders. Because it smells terrible? Axe body spray. You know who's told me this? Every straight woman I've ever known.
Yeah, but how many straight women do you know?
I know a lot. I work in Old Town.
All right, I've won. I'm the comedy queen. For now and
Congratulations.
I will never relinquish this title.
I'm coming back for you next week.
We'll see what a judge has to say about that.
Because Lorena's judging us next week. Lorena once called me a genius on Facebook, so.
She has said such nice things about me. She thinks I'm kind.
Well, does she think you're funny, though?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I know she thinks I'm funny.
Stop getting close to the camera. It's frightening. Stop it. Follow me at Jonders FPT. Emily doesn't have Twitter or Instagram.
I have both these things. EM_Hyatt HYATT.
And follow us on TikTok at Jonders Talk Show. And we should rename that. So maybe we should rename that to be both of us.
Sure.
Our production company, when we get a production company name.
Well, I meant to brainstorm about that. And you know what I didn't do? Brainstorm idea names.
It's the longest.
I'll do that this week.
Please subscribe.
I'm sure people are fascinated.
5 stars. Bye, everybody. Get home safe.